The quiet steps that changed a life. Ethan was an ordinary man living an ordinary life in a small town where nothing much ever changed. Every morning, he woke up at the same time, took the same road to work, and returned home with the same tired thoughts. People around him often said, "This is life. Accept it." And for a long time, Ethan did exactly that. Deep inside, however, he felt something missing. He wasn't unhappy, but he wasn't alive either. His dreams felt dusty, like old books no one opened anymore. He once dreamed of becoming something meaningful, but responsibilities, fear, and self-doubt slowly buried those dreams under the weight of reality. One evening, after a long exhausting day, Ethan sat on a bench near a quiet park. An old man sat beside him, slowly feeding birds. They didn't speak for a while. Then the old man suddenly said, "Life doesn't change when you complain. It changes when you move." Ethan smiled politely, but those words stayed in his mind. The next day, nothing magical happened. The problems were still there. The job was still tiring. The world was still unfair. But Ethan decided to take one small step, just one. He woke up 30 minutes earlier. He read a few pages of a book. He started learning a new skill after work instead of scrolling endlessly on his phone. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months. Some days, he failed. Some days, he wanted to quit. People laughed at his efforts and said, "Why are you trying so hard? Nothing will change." But Ethan remembered the quiet words, "Life changes when you move." Slowly, he became more confident. His mind became sharper. His fear became smaller. Opportunities that once felt impossible started appearing, not because the world changed, but because he did. Years later, Ethan walked past the same park. The bench was still there. The birds were still flying. But the man sitting on the bench was no longer the same. He smiled, not because life was perfect, but because he finally understood something important. Life doesn't reward those who wait for the perfect moment. Life rewards those who take small steps, even when the path is unclear. And that is how an ordinary life became an extraordinary journey, not in one big jump, but in quiet, consistent steps. Bullseye life lesson. Success is not about speed. It's about direction. Even slow steps matter, as long as they move you forward.